yeah, I'm quite looking forward to doing this review. Should be a good one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do you remember? I was just thinking about this the other day. Do you remember that chap that used to work for us a couple of years ago on the old channel before it got shut down? Yeah, we employed him to do a bit of research on the fragrances for the videos. Just saved me a bit of time. Yeah, what was his name? Yeah, the German guy. James? No, that's it. Jeremy. Jeremy. Yeah, he was a nice enough guy. I quite liked him. Sort of confident guy, wasn't he? Yeah, he was good. I was sorry just to see him go in the end. Yeah. Well, no, it was just that he got a little bit big for his boots in the end. He kept asking me if I'd let him have a go at presenting some of the videos. Yeah, and he had all these ideas, and he said he could really help the channel grow, and if he just let us, if we just let him have a go at it, you know, we'd all benefit. He said, you know, but he was a dreamer. You know, he was young. Yeah, no, in the end, he sort of got the hump, and he went back to Germany. He reckoned he had some work, modelling work or something. You know, that's what they all say. Yeah. And he even reckoned he was going to start his own fragrance review channel on YouTube. And one day we'd be sorry we let him go, he said. But you know, he was young. He was a nice guy, and you know, I wish him well. I tell you what, let's have a look on YouTube, see if there's any sign of him. I bet he's not on there at all, is he? Oh, there he is. Look, right. This should be a laugh. Go on, open it up. Let's have a look. Yeah, very funny, Dave. Very good. Nice. What, seriously? How many? Scheisse. Hello everybody, we're back again and it's fragrance review time again. So today I'm going to be looking at a fragrance by Yves Saint Laurent called La Nuit de l'Homme. This is a very famous fragrance in the fragrance community. A lot of people really love this one, so it should be interesting to talk more about this today. So this fragrance was released in the year 2009 and it's designated on Fragrantica as a woody spicy. I think I've also seen it elsewhere described as a woody oriental. The perfumiers on this one are Anne Filippo, Pierre Vargny and Dominique Ropion. So let's get straight into it. The presentation first of all, how does this one look? Well, I actually haven't got the box anymore, but here's I just got a small 40ml one here, of which I've used quite a lot. So we've got quite an interesting little bottle there, small and a very distinctive hexagonal lid. It looks okay. I'm not crazy about it. It's different. You can definitely say that for it. The bottle is kind of a dark green kind of shade there with the juice. Roughly a similar colour, I think. Now, I have the reformulated version, I'm afraid. A lot of talk about the reformulation on this one, as with so many things. A lot of people feel that the scent hasn't changed or anything, but the projection and longevity on the recent reformulation of this are pretty poor. I can't really say much about that because I haven't tried the old reformulation, the old version, but yeah, that's one thing you might want to look into or think about if you're attracted to this particular scent. Okay, so the price for this one, well, there's, depending how big a size you get and stuff, that varies an awful lot, but you can I would say it's one you can certainly get heavily discounted if you shop around online. I looked on Amazon in the UK today and you could get 100ml of this, 100ml, much more than this 40ml, for just £45.79. So possible to get it for a really good price, so value for money wise. If you like it, we can't complain, it's pretty good. Okay, so the notes on this one. The top note is cardamom. That's the opening on this one. In the mid we've got bergamot, Virginia cedarwood and lavender. And in the base we have vetiver and caraway. So, how does it smell? Let's find out. Here we go. I've got actually wore this today. I wore this today to work. I've had it on for a while, so I've got a bit of dry down there. But let's spray a fresh one or two here to get the opening. Whoop. There we go. So it pumps out a pretty good amount of juice, which is more than can be said for me, according to what my wife's been telling most of her friends recently. So the top notes here. Yeah, a little bit of a blast of freshness, but straight away in there there's something much more spicy and warm in there. Yeah, so what we get there as it dries down, because I have been living with this one all day, is it gets quite soft and powdery, and you end up with a sweet, spicy, mild but pleasant kind of smell. It reminds me a lot of baby lotion, Johnson's baby oil. Don't know what note they perhaps share, but as it dries down, I do feel that there's this kind of feel going on, with a little bit more going on, obviously, one would hope, in the fragrance. But if you've ever smelled this, you're going to get a little idea of what the dry down is like on this fragrance. So I thought that was interesting. Now, I guess really that's about all I've got to say about the smell. It's kind of nice. It's warm. It's spicy. It's quite mild, and I find myself not being able to get terribly animated about this one way or the other. It's okay. It's all right. So where's all this hype come from? Why are people talking about this one so much? Well, one of the main reasons, I think, without a doubt, is our friend who was mentioned there, or at least alluded to in the beginning of the video, and that's Mr. Jeremy Fragrance. I think it's fair to say he is the most successful and popular fragrance reviewer in terms of the number of people who watch his videos on the internet. So he absolutely loves this one. It's his favourite fragrance. He always mentions it all the time as his favourite, most complimented fragrance, the one he sprays on the pillows of his women so they can be reminded of him after he leaves, after his latest conquest. And in his video, he said he was speechless when he thought about this fragrance. They go on to talk about it for about 23 minutes. But you get the idea. He really likes it, and he has a lot of good things to say about it. I really like his reviews. I enjoy them. They're entertaining. He's got his own style. It's very professional and slick. It looks like he should be presenting MTV or something. And I think, you know, he's a good person to have in the fragrance community. He really kind of spreads the message out there to people who might only normally have a passing interest. So he reckons you're going to get loads of compliments with this, and as far as women go, it's an absolute killer fragrance. They go crazy for it. Now you have to remember, Jeremy Fragrance is a very charismatic, good-looking guy. He's probably going to have success with women, even if he's wearing Old Spice. You know, he could probably wear Secretions Magnifique and still have a successful night out with the ladies. Most of the rest of us are not going to find such earth-shatteringly successful results coming from any fragrance, as Jeremy talks about. You know, he was talking about tons of compliments, 7, 8, 9. You know, that's kind of my lifetime tally there. So it's difficult to read too much into what he says there, I think. However, I can see this would be a likeable scent. There's nothing unpleasant or not likeable in it. It is kind of warm and alluring. It is an alluring scent, if a rather mild one. So for me, I think it would be a good choice for anybody who's not really heavily into fragrances that have big, daring notes, but somebody who wants a pleasant fragrance that could be maybe their go-to signature night out scent that they would find would be attractive if they got close up with their significant other, or a person they were hoping to have a significant interaction with. I think this could be a really good choice for those kind of people. It's not one perhaps for those of us who are really interested in going for unusual fragrances that captivate our imagination and make a bold statement or help us to carve our own niche. I think this fragrance is one of the main fragrances from Yves Saint Laurent, and therefore it's not likely to be doing anything too out there. It's got to appeal to a lot of people, it's got to sell lots of units and make lots of money. So when you think about that, it's not surprising that it's perhaps not the most daring or original or fascinating fragrance, but it does smell very pleasant. Okay, so overall, who, where and when could you wear this one? I think it's definitely one for younger people, any age where you can wear fragrances. I think you can wear this, so 18, 19, 20 upwards. People in their 20s, 30s, no problem. To be honest, any age. I think any age can wear this, so that's absolutely in its favour. Good. I think you could wear this to work. Most people in normal careers, this is going to be a good choice of fragrance for work. Personally, myself at the moment, I'm working in a business where I buy and sell jewellery that has, let's say, fallen outside of the normal channels of distribution. So we basically we get the jewellery and we need to move that on fast, very, very fast. So in my job, I need to command trust. I need to have a fairly dominant kind of aura about me, and I need to get people's respect. So this fragrance is a little bit too understated and soft for me. It doesn't work for me, but for most people in an ordinary job, I think this would be a great choice for a work scent. It could be okay for a night out, but it's not very loud and you might want something stronger. But if you're going to be getting close with somebody on a date or something, or a romantic evening, it is pretty good, because once they get up close to you, it will give you a nice powdery, soft, cuddly feel, and it's a little bit masculine too. So overall, I think it's a pretty good scent, but I don't think it's a great one. I find it a little disappointing that everyone says this version is so much weaker than the original. I don't know about the original, but I don't like the scent enough to go seeking it out. So I'm going to go with a 6.5 out of 10. Quite good, not amazing, but worth your attention next time you're in your local store that sells it, and most of them do. Thank you so much for joining me. We look forward to the next one, and take care. Bye bye.